Hello and welcome to a special edition of Human Garbage. Marvel Civil War just came out a week ago. I got a nice little special copy of it, so I'm gonna take a nice little peep at it. Hey Marvel, what's the deal with this grainy black and white footage? You're making like $1 million per movie. The least you could do is like up the quality a little bit.
And the Ku Klux Klan was formed.
The Ku Klux Klan. Man, they're really digging deep for these like Marvel references. I'm not even entirely sure who the Ku Klux Klan even is. I mean, I can't be asked to remember every single little Marvel organization they have in the comic books.
1964, Sherman proposed to march his army through the heart of Georgia all the way to Savannah.
Who's this William Tecumseh Sherman guy? I've never really heard of him. Is he part of one of those weird random groups like the Midwestern Casino Defenders of the Avengers? Sounds like a complete nobody, am I right?
We had a gay old campaign. Destroyed all we could not eat, stole their niggers, burned.
I'm sorry. What were the words he just said?
Had a gay niggers, burned.
How are you getting away with a PG-13 rating when you're saying words like that? I don't think parents are going to be happy that their kids are hearing this kind of language in a Marvel movie.
Troops looted slave cabins as well as mansions, poked their ramrods into flower beds in search of buried valuables, and burned everything in their path.
Wait, this Sherman dude's plan was to walk across and just light everything on fire when he just kicked ass? Alright, best Marvel superhero of all time goes to William Tecumseh Sherman, and no doubt about it. As a fucking dope-ass plan, and it's fucking gnarly as shit.
Hood ordered a series of 13 hopeless charges, in which 12 Confederate generals and 7,000 soldiers were lost.
So did Iron Man send 13 waves of his own men to die? A very feeble fight? See, this is why I went Team Captain America, cause this ain't too smart. At least Captain America's fought in a real war before, you know?
And in the last week of January, he starts.
Are you telling me Marvel has their own, like, historians for fake comic book history? That seems a little, like, full of themselves, right? I mean, I'm sure, like J.R.R. Tolkien didn't have his own, like, you know, historians for the Lord of the Rings. How do I get that job? I can read some comics and be like, yeah, I'm, like, the historian for the Marvel comics. Yeah, Captain America, yeah, he knows Bucky, they're like sidekicks. Come on, Marvel, you're better than that.
The Confederate Congress finally authorized black troops.
They really want to bring up Congress in a movie? I feel like I'm in school all over again. I don't want to see a movie where I'm going to actually learn something. Oh, at least try to have a little suspension of disbelief, you know?
Because in a way, he comprehended both sides.
Yo, I can't find this James Symington in this book anywhere. Did you just make up a hero for this movie? Why are they adding new characters? Now I have to learn a new guy that's not even going to be relevant in anything else.
On March 25th, Confederates under John B. Gordon mounted a sudden night assault that briefly won possession of an earthwork called Fort Stedman. It was Lee's last advance. Grant counterattacked, racing around the rebel flank to block Lee's escape. Freed slaves mobbed the president, laughing, singing, weeping for joy, kneeling before him.
Holy shit, the pacing of this movie is so slow. I feel like 100% of it has been exposition. I haven't seen one fight. I've only heard about the fights. I haven't actually gotten to watch any of them. Whoever wrote this movie really needs to, like, go back to school or something. He doesn't know how to, like, flesh out a story or write at all.
Nothing left for me to do but to go and see General Grant. And I would rather die 1,000 deaths.
Alright, that's a pretty badass line that Iron Man says there. That's gonna be on a lot of Facebook posts for a long time, or a senior quotes at best. Man, you'd rather die then go see Captain America and be like, yeah, dude, you're right, I lost. Let's bygones be bygones. Dude, what a true American badass.
The two commanders shook hands.
Well, that's pretty disappointing. I was hoping for at least like one more little fist fight before, it's like, all right, shake on it and be done with it. It's a little disappointing. I thought there'd at least be a little more fight in him. Because he's like, I'd rather die, but he was just like, yeah, I guess that's it.
Yes, said Booth, who was now drinking a quart of brandy a day. Anything to drive away the blues.
That's actually in the comics. That's actually here. That's one thing. That's like at least one thing that was right. That's pretty nifty, They had an actual line from the comic. I thought it was like a completely different script. Like, oh, it's like the comic, but only by name.
The bullet from Booth's pistol had entered the back of Lincoln's head, torn through his brain, and lodged behind his right eye.
At least the ending was kind of the same. Captain America gets like pretty much assassinated. So yeah, that was Marvel Civil War. Man, they really took some kind of liberties in the storytelling for this Marvel movie. It was thematically very, very different. Felt like I was being like educated and taught more than entertained, I was worried seeing the trailers that it'd be smaller scope with like it'd be 5-on-5 rather than superheroes versus superheroes. But no, it was like so much bigger. It was like half a country versus the other half of the country duking it out. It's pretty impressive that they got all those extras to kind of be in this movie. It was also a concern that the consequences and the aftermath wouldn't really hold up in the movies, but dude, the entire United States is like torn asunder. It's like half of its economic like stability is like fucked. Like, holy shit, that's pretty impressive. Thank you for watching this special Human Garbage. This movie wasn't too great. I fell asleep, I think. Half of it's like a blur. But if you like this episode, don't forget to like and retweet it and all that good stuff with your good friends because it'll help me out, your good friend, me. Hello. Tune in next time when I might actually cook something.